Good Tuesday evening. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome to Tips Tuesday, or Technique Tuesday, whatever you want to call it. So we are, I live in McFarland, Wisconsin, and I've been independent demonstrator for, I think, 3 years, at least 2.5. And it's been a lot of fun. So if you've ever thought or considered being a demonstrator or just being a buyer for Stampin' Up! Products that you'd like to get a discount, just talk to me. I'd be happy to help you out with that. I am doing live videos on Facebook on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock and Sunday night at 6:30. After I do the videos on Facebook, I normally post them on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to be notified when I put a video on, please click the bell and that will notify you when I've put another video on. Right now we are doing sneak peeks of the new products that are going to be available starting next Tuesday. So I'm very excited about this catalog. There's a lot of really awesome, neat things in it. If you are watching me for the first time on Facebook, please like and click the follow button so you'll be notified when I go live each week. And what did I do today? Not a lot. I actually worked down here in the studio for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. I got a few cards made. I've been working on Mother's Day cards to drop off over at the coffee shop because I had not given them any Mother's Day cards yet this year, so I thought I better get on it. One of the gals that works there asked me if I was going to have cards down there, and I'm like, oops, I think I forgot to bring them. And I'm going to have to go home and I'm going to have to make some. Let me see, I'm going to try to get you up on my iPad so I can see when people pop on. There we go. So anyway, I've been working on those. I stayed up until midnight last night working on them and did a few the night before, and on Sunday night I worked on them for a while too. So I'll show you those because I haven't dropped them off yet. I'm going to go for coffee on Wednesday mornings with my church group, and I figured I'd just drop them off there then when I go for coffee. So it was kind of fun. I used some old DSP, which maybe you'll recognize, maybe you won't, and some of the new, and it's been a lot of fun. So, but tonight we are going to work with the Lily of the Valley. I know that's backwards. Set. So I think I am ready to flip the camera down and we can get started. So let me do that. And if you pop on, please let me know by saying hi. And if you're new, where you're from. I'm going to have to move my light. I always have to do that. Let's see. I think that maybe will work. Yes, I think so. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't sag down too much, because I have a hard time seeing it. Well, hello, Rhonda and Kelly. Thank you for joining. And Rhonda, thank you so much for sharing. You got it in just in time as we're going to start working on our cards for tonight. I did go ahead and I think I cut and embossed everything that needed to be cut and embossed, or die cut, so that we can get through this. So this set is really pretty. The first card we're going to make, it does not use the pretty designer series paper that goes with this, but I wanted to use the large frame from the Phrases and Frames set, this one here. And if you do get this set, you're going to notice that the height of this die is just a pinch past 5.5 inches tall. Just a little bit. But if you use this on the front of a card, you will still be able to get it in an envelope, because I tried it last night on the card that I had made. I thought, boy, maybe I better check this and make sure that this is going to go into an envelope before I do the demo on it. So, just so you know, in case you get that set. So, let me get my stuff out here. I want to put my sample up so I know kind of what I'm doing. We're going to use these beautiful embellishments tonight. They're called Simmering Dots, and they do match with the DSP for this set. And I think if you get the suite, they're included. I did order them separately, and I'm going to be ordering more because I think I'm going to be including them with the class that I'm going to offer on that. At least half a pack of it for the cards that we'll be making with that one. We will see. I still haven't set the dates yet for that one. My schedule is so busy. I thought I was going to be free after this weekend, but no, Monday I've got cards and coffee at the coffee shop. So I have to come up with cards for that too. Okay, we're going to start with a card base that is 4.5 inches wide by 11 inches long, and we're scoring it right at 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to put this aside for a second. I've got a piece of cardstock here that is 4 by 5.25. Another piece that is 3.5 by, oh boy, this is a 1/16 off of 5 inches, so 4 15/16. And this is the one that I'm going to pop behind the frame here that we have in Granny Apple Green. And then I will stamp on this one and put this over the top. We can actually pop this one up if we want to, or I was trying to decide what to do, if I wanted to leave this in the center and put this on and pop up the frame. Might do that too. We'll decide when we get to that point. So this one is going to go on the inside of the card base for our sentiment on the inside. So I'm just going to tuck that away, and we're going to deal with this right now. And I want to start stamping. So we're going to use the large Lily of the Valley stamp set. I'm going to get a piece of paper because we are going to be stamping a little bit of that stem off, because this is taller, as you can see, than what the stamp is. Let me get a few things out of the way because I bet you I'm off camera. There we go. All right, and I'm going to stamp that in Granny Apple Green. And I don't know what most people will be stamping this in, but I just felt that I wanted to make sure that the stems were green and the outline of the flower does not look bad in the Granny Apple Green. Let's see, let's get this kind of centered. That looks good. All right. Oh, I didn't mess that up. Nope. Okay. Then I did die cut one of the additional standalone dies in the Lily of the Valley. And I'm just going to take the light Granny Apple Green and I'm going to color the stem only on this so that it pops out, and then the rest I'll leave in the white. So Hope you guys all had a nice day today. It turned out to be nicer than I thought it was going to. We went over to Farm and Fleet this afternoon and took advantage of their sale on Skechers shoes. And I could tell that the sale had been on for a while because there was a lot of sizes that they were missing. But I managed to find a couple pair, and so did my husband. And I was really looking for a pair of sandals that were lightweight so I could use them on my hiking trip to Spain that wouldn't put a lot of weight on in my backpack. So I could see there's a little bit of white left up here. All right, I think we've got that. And this is just going to add a little extra dimension. I will put small dimensionals on the back of the flowers. So when I put that in, it's going to pop it up a little bit. It will look good. Now, I die cut the leaves. And we're going to see how good my aim is at putting some ink on here. And first I'm going to do it on the black so I can see where I'm going. We're going to use Granny Apple Green, and this stamp has the outlines in it. And then we will use the fill-in stamp for the inside color in Granny Apple Green. I was having a good time, having fun stamping with this set. Okay, wish me luck. I think I got it fairly centered. We will see in just a minute, won't we? Might be up a little bit. Oh, looks pretty good. Almost as good as if I stamped it first and then cut it out. For the other one, I think we're going to try using the stamping positioner. Okay, now I'm going to bring the paper back because I'm going to want to fill in the color with Granny Apple Green. I guess I can close this up for a minute. Alright, and this stamp is the same for both of them, and it is directional. The bottom swings over a little on this, and also on here where it's more straight up and down, if you catch my drift. So I'll just go on there like so. And if you go off a little bit, now I see I've got a little spot on there. There must be something on it. We can always go over it with the dark Granny Apple Green blend and get that on there correctly. I had the first one the sample that I made for the second card. Oh boy, I couldn't have gotten better than that. I had one whole edge on the outside that got missed when I stamped, so I just went over it with the Granny Apple Green. I want to take care of that wee spot there. No one's the wiser now. Okay, so we got that. Well, I've got the Granny Apple Green out. No, I want the inside. Since we're stamping, let's stamp the inside of the card. There's a small Lily of the Valley with, what did I do that in? I have to check my card here. Oh, I did it in the green. Okay. It wasn't the Granny Apple Green. It was the Garden Green. All right. In the corner, bottom corner. So we'll do that now. And then I colored it in with the blends. Okay. And I think I'm done with this. Let's get, I'm taking the light granny apple green. I'm going to grab the dark one just to give it a little depth here on the leaves. Like so. A little shading. Okay, which is which? I always put my blends in my little box here that I keep them all in, with the light one on the right and the dark one on the left, so when I grab I can just automatically grab. Oh, let's see. We were going to add, oh, I know what I didn't put in. I think I can use it on here. We are going to make this into a Mother's Day card, if you don't mind. And I'm just going to stamp Happy Mother's Day on here, and we're going to just cut out around it for the front. And then our inside says, may your day be filled with love and happiness. And that is from, is that from the birthday set? Phrases and Frames. We've used this stamp before. I like the sentiment. It got used, I think, in every single Mother's Day card I made. But why does it even matter if they're all the same on the inside? They all have different outsides and decorations inside, so the sentiment can be the same, I think. All right, let's put this together. I'm gonna just slide this inside for right now. We'll glue it in just a minute. Let's get our frame out here. Okay, so now if I put this out here, you're going to see that it's just right inside here. I think, and I don't know how other demonstrators are putting these together, but I think this is what's working for me right now until I learn different. Trying not to put too much glue on here, but just enough so that it's going to hopefully not ooze in to the front. I'm lining it up with this little notch on each end. I think that should do it. Ta-da! One little speck of glue right there in that corner. Okay. So now, this guy, I'm going to pop up. Oh, I left my dimensionals out so they'd be at hand. I'm just going to do the four corners at this moment. I'm not going to put it in there yet because I want to put this little guy on, and whatever I've got left over, I'll probably put a big one in the center here to just kind of hold it up. All right, let's get, come on. Fingers, don't do that to me. Thanks, Carol, for sharing, and welcome. I don't think I said welcome to you. Glad you could join us tonight. Let's see what I did. Oh, just about threw my sample on the floor. Okay. My tape pick. Kind of have to hold on to the tops of these flower, otherwise it'll want to. It's just that little piece of paper there that's holding it onto the stem, and whoop, it will bend easy. I am speaking from experience. Okay, come on. Okay, just like so. And now these guys, I'm going to cut this in apart so that they're separate. I can bring them wider than they are. So I'm glad that this stamped really close to this edge. That turned out perfect. Okay. I'll just trim that off. So now we can bring this up like so and like so. Alrighty. Going to, oh, you know what? I actually put dimensionals on that. Is that going to work? I'm going to glue these two together. Hopefully I'm still on. Yes, I am on camera. So paranoid of being off camera now. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. And I did put dimensionals on that. I'm going to bring them up higher. On the leaf. There. Okay. Now I'm going to trim this just a little bit. There we go. I like the colors together. It's one of my, that's such a cheery spring color. I'm just going to put the 4 dimensionals on the corner here, so we only have a single dimensional depth. When you put the card into the envelope, it's not going to be double deep with the dimensionals to cause you to have to pay more postage, which nobody wants to do right now. And I'm actually going to bring it in on the bottom. Oh, I already did. Never mind. Well, let's see, where's that going to line up that I can get one in? Right there. I'll put one right here. Okay. Sometimes you have to be very strategic about where you're going to put your dimensionals. All right. And this is just about the same size. The frame might be just a titch larger, but otherwise, let's get our Happy Mother's Day cut out. Too much paper in the way. I can tell these scissors are getting a little on the dull side. And I'm going to need to address that very soon. I don't like sharp corners. We're gonna go there with it. And I'm going to pop it up, and there's nothing behind it. And I might just put one dimensional on it. There, that helps. Since it's the same color, it helps bring that forward so that you notice it more. My original, I actually did the first stamping in the lemon lime twist. I always want to get those two mixed up. Okay, now let's get our base over here. We can glue this in. I love this stamp set. I think it's so cute as well, Rhonda. I hope you get to a point where you'll be able to enjoy it yourself. Let's see. Okay. Now, I want you to see. See, it's just like a 1/16 of an inch taller than 5.5 inches. But it will still go into the envelope. And let's see, what do I want to do here? I want to, guess what? We're going to add more dimensionals. This is where you're going to have to kind of feel. There's nothing on this corner. This one has one. I'm going to put it over a little bit. Now the bottoms. If you're worried, you could always put a small dimensional on the bottom. Oh, there's nothing there. Okay. I'm going to put this on, add some bling, and card number 1 is done. Okay. The width is not 4 4.25. So you do have some leeway. Yay! Okay. Now we can add these cute little gems that are so sparkly. They've got some like gold flecks in them. Gold and green. I don't know. They're pretty. Whatever. So, let's get a big one here. I'll put it right up at the top. A couple small ones. Come on. Put one. I'm going to put one down here. Come here. Go with one up there. Okay. There is card number 1. See, you don't have to have the DSP. You can still make pretty cards without. But we use DSP on the next one. I hope you like this one. Get a couple things out of the way here. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Go back there. Glad you like it, Kelly, and welcome everybody that's popped on. Oh, I guess there hasn't been anybody else that's popped on. Okay. I think it's a busy night for a few people. I'll show you this is the original. See, I used the lemon lime twist, and I wasn't sure when I had it done how well I liked it. Oh, we forgot to put some Wink of Stella on these beautiful little white bells is what they remind me of. Helps make them stand out. There. Missed a spot. Okay. Put that one aside and grab the next basket. Come on, stand up. Okay. This one goes the opposite direction. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I didn't do anything about trying to match that up a little bit better. That's her. All right. What did I do here? Okay, we are going to use this DSP on the card. That is from the set. I think that's really pretty, that a real soft background. But yet still has a design. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And this is going to go directly on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on. Not very frequently that I put the DSP directly on the card base without having another little mat behind it. This is going on the inside. This is, I think, 3 by 4 1/4 for our sentiment on the inside. We have our leaf again that we're going to stamp. I cut out one of the dies from that's the right side, from Silly Old Bear. I thought this would be nice to have our sentiment on. And then we are going to stamp the Lilies of the Valley, and I thought we would use the Stampin' Positioner for that. Here is a piece of garden green that I cut out again with one of the dies from Silly Old Bear, and this is about 3 1/8 by 4 1/2 is what size the paper would have to be to cut this out, which is the front. This is the front. This is another one that I use the is the next down, size down in die, and we're going to put that on there. This one, you would need a piece of paper that is 3 3/4 for the long length, and maybe 2 5/8 would give you just a little bit of room on each side. I like these that have the little notches out of them. I thought that is perfect. Okay, so let's get our stamping positioner out. I haven't used that in a little while. I thought, ooh, this could be a fun thing to do. I didn't get it out ahead of time because I didn't want it taking up so much room. So, let's see how good we are at this. It's been a little while. It was when I did the Easter stuff, because look, I've got the Easter cutouts on here. Let's see. Take this off. I think I put, what I end up doing is I put repositional glue on the back side of my, I don't know what you'd want to call it, the form, which you're going to put your die cut in. It keeps it from wiggling around. So if you have some repositionable, do I have any left on here? No, I don't. I'll just take the die out here for a minute. I'd like to get that lined up there. Oh, this is just called removable tape. Never mind. All right. Okay. Put that on here. All right. Now I'm going to grab the cover and the stamp image is right here. I think I did this wrong. Get this back out. Just going to set that in there so it seems like it's in there in a good position. Yes, it is. Okay, now I'll put this on. It should pop up onto the glass. Ooh, it's stuck. Okay, got it. And then now I'll put this back in. Okay, and then we're going to stamp this in garden green. This one has a little bit of detail on it, so I just wanted to make sure that it lined up. I didn't trust myself just giving it a go and trying to stamp it without anything to help me, just to get it on the, what does that look like? I don't think I got it all covered there. On this side it looks extremely light. There. That is better. It still looks like it's lined up pretty good. What a rip. Where'd it go? Look at that. Slick as can be. Just gonna wipe this off because I got a lot of ink on the glass. Okay. That worked pretty slick. I could never have done that if I just took the stamp on a block and tried to line it up on that die. It would not have worked. I'm just going to leave that on there because I might need to use that again sometime. All right, now I'm going to take our cute little die cut here. We're going to take some Granny Apple Green. Nope, that's soft sea foam. Had it here, Granny Apple. I think there was a little bit still on here. Yep, it was. Just gonna color this. It helps. It'll help make this die pop that I'm going to put over the top. I'm not doing it. Obviously, I'm not doing it very heavy because I didn't add ink onto it. This is just, it is what it is. Okay. And then, oh, we have to do our leaves. And that is the one in the garden green to begin with. Where'd they go? There they are. This one I did not cut apart because we got plenty of room. Alright. I don't like to stamp against white if I can help it when I'm lining up a die. Going in. Alright. There we go. Now when I do the top, I'll put it on. And that one, we want the Granny Apple. The curved part down at the bottom. Curved part meaning this right here. Alright. There we go. Ouch. Okay, we got that, we got that. We are going to stamp this in with the garden green. Where'd that little stamp go? I'm stuck on Happy Mother's Day, like I say. This one just fits. Perfect. I like it when a stamp fills the area of a die. It looks like it was made for it. All right, let's start putting this together. All right, we are going to add this onto here. I have to look and see. Nope, I just glued it on. Okay. And this one we're going to add on here. So I think we're going to put this on first. I sat here the other night trying to figure out, this is going to go over part of the leaf and over. Yeah, we're going to just off center a little bit with this. And that is glued directly down. Okay. Try to line the bumps up so they're even. Okay. Now I did not pop that up, but I did pop up the leaves. Let's just take a look at this. And then this is going to go in here. Come on. Move over. I ain't getting enough glue back there. Didn't come up high enough. There. Well, I didn't pop it up, but I am wondering. I'm going to pop it up. Do it a little different. So, there we go. Oh, that Mother's Day stamp, it's an old one because it's red rubber. I think it was from a couple years ago on Celebration. Where's the, here it is. Oh no, it's not. I take that back. It's from Perennial Postage, which the dies are still available, but this was discontinued. I don't know how long ago it was. You maybe have that set. Like I say, I have a couple of sets that I bought this year that are Father's Day, but nothing for Mother's Day. I don't know if I just decided not to buy the sets, or I'm sure that came out. I've got another one that this one was from a Celebration, Happy Mother's Day, but it's larger. And I decided to just go with the smaller sized one. I liked it better. Should be using my take your pick tool, but this is going fairly good. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to write down people's names. I'm going to have to take the time to do that so you have a drawing. Just thought of it. Okay, I'm just bringing this up the center. How far did I go down? Okay, right there. Nope, gotta come down. Oh, we're going to be off the card. There. Okay, these guys we will pop up. Get the big ones out. I love this background. I think it's really pretty. Well, maybe I can get by with just those two. Yes, I can. And we'll put a speck of glue in the center here, just to kind of grab the stem in the middle. Oh, gee, they don't stick well when you don't take the backings off. Yep, there. And then this one needs a dimensional on that side. And a spot of glue on this side. There. Oh, I like it better with its sticking up. Let's get some sparkle on there. And I've got a card to show you that I made using some of the more of the DSP. Let's see. What did I do here? I put the big one up here. And the little one, let's take the top one. Like so. Here's the one that I made that I did not pop up. Gotta have my wink on here. It really adds a lot. You probably can't see it too well on camera, but it does. It makes them special. There you go. And, okay, so this is the one I make because it's glued down. I don't want that one. Put that up here. Oh no, it's Mother's Day. I could actually send those down to the cafe. Here's the other one. Remember I had that die that I cut out and I didn't use? I thought to myself, let me use it. This DSP has just a little bit of the Coastal Cabana in it in the background. So I just took 2 1/8 inches off the front flap of the base and glued the DSP on here so that you could see the back side of that DSP. Hopefully you got that. And I love it when I can show both sides of the DSP if it's really a pretty color. And then there's a little bit, I think it's supposed to be crushed curry, but I use the Daffodil Delight ribbon that we've had on here, and it looks really nice on there, I thought. And I thought, well, that's a cute card. You know what? We didn't finish the inside of this, did we? I'm so quick to move on. Oops, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. I can't remember what I did. Oh, I just did the green in that same sentiment. You're probably saying, hey, what about the inside? I did not, doesn't look like I got a good, I did not add anything to the bottom of this one. Oh, move over a little bit before you stamp, Jane. There. I thought if I would have stamped that small Lily of the Valley, it just took up an awful lot of room, I thought. And if you, I would have put it over here. If you wanted to write a little something in the inside of the card, there isn't much room then because I used the smaller inside piece. That's just what I did. So anyway, that one is going to be plain on the inside. Let me just add a little glue on this. Put it on here. Glue. All right. I like using this size for the inside of cards. If you want to put a mat around it, it looks nice as well. Is that straight? It doesn't look like it. I can never get them quite straight. Almost, but not quite. Okay, now it's official. It's done. And so these are like 3 by 4 1/4, and when I cut them out of a sheet of cardstock, I just cut the cardstock down at 4 1/4 by 11, then stack them together, and I can get 6 of these out of one piece of DSP cardstock, and then I have a piece that's this size left over, which is perfect for stamping and die cutting. So that's what I do. I know there's probably a magic number of getting exactly so many out of, probably 8 out of a sheet of cardstock. I haven't stopped to even try to figure it out. But anyway, I will add this to our group for, where did I, good grief. I'm not knowing what I'm doing here. All right. So when we do our drawing on Sunday night, it'll be between these 3. So you can choose. If you don't want a Happy Mother's Day, you can always do the birthday card, which I think is quite lovely as well. Okay, let me quickly grab the names so we can have our drawing. And where's my little pad of paper? Holy cow, my husband sounds like he's coming through this floor. There it is. Okay, I gotta bring this up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Gotta go down and grab. All right. Oh, why doesn't this do that? Sideways. Come on. Well, nothing's cooperating tonight, let me tell you. There we go. Newest. I like to try to put them in order when I put them down. Pen out. Come on. All right. Kelly, you were first in. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. No. Sorry, I wasn't down at the bottom of this thing yet. Oh. Lori, you were in first. Well, let's start this over again. Lori. Rhonda. Carrie. Carol. Kelly. I think that's almost it. And Shar. And okay. And our cards. I added one to it that I made this afternoon. This is the one that we made together using the Flutter by. Is that what the name of the set is? Got it here. All the Flutter. And then I made this one using the new collection of DSP for the new colors. So flutter by to say hi, friend. You are so appreciated. So you have a choice. All right, we got 6. I think I got 6 in here. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. Let's see who's lucky tonight. And hopefully they're on. It is Carrie. Number 3. I need to go back to my live on my iPad. I don't think that she is on tonight. I gotta flip my iPad again. Jeez. There we go. Is she? I'm just gonna scroll back quick. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I will have to let her know that she won tonight. So congratulations, Carrie. I think it's been a while since she's won, as a matter of fact. So, cards that I was going to show you. Oh, geez, I'm just scattered tonight. All right. So you saw those two, and you saw that one, and that one. Okay. I guess there isn't that many to show you. I grabbed that darling paper with the birds on it. I had some of that left, quite a bit of it actually. And I made some Mother's Day cards with that. I thought I need to use up some of this older designer series paper, and I thought, oh, this is a good spot to do it if I'm going to take it down to the shop to see if people want to buy a Mother's Day card. And I always put a little bird on the inside. And these I just all fussy cut. And then I took 2 pieces of paper and for the DSP. It's the same. This is the back to this. And flipped it around and put them in a card like this. So you got 2 of them like that. So it's just opposite of each other. So those are the 2 that I made there. And the rest of them are going to go down. So I've got a nice little collection to take down there tomorrow. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. That's got to stay here. There's a selection I want. Okay, now let me flip the camera again. Oh, let's see. Oh, it helps if I... Otherwise you're looking at the wrong thing. All right. So, anyway, I will be back on Sunday night. I haven't finished the scrapbook. My goal now is to work on the scrapbook. I still need to do a couple pages for Christmas and one for Halloween. And if I can figure something out for the 4th of July, I'm going to do a 4th of July page. But it's got to be ready to go to give to her on Sunday. The shower starts at 11. And unfortunately, unless I do a quick come on Saturday night or something, possibly could show you guys what the end result is of the thing. I could do that so you could at least see what that looks like. So I will check that out, and hopefully I'm not working on it Saturday night till midnight. That would not be fun. So anyway, I will see you on Sunday evening, and I think we're going to dive into that was that set that had the chair with it, Relaxing Water Side, which is similar to what the Paper Pumpkin was this month. So I'm really excited to try this one. I love the little die cuts that are the cup and the book, and I cannot figure out what that die is. That makes no sense to me whatsoever, what it would go with. I'm going to have to go look online at Stampin' Up! For this set and see if they explain what that is, because it doesn't look like it goes with anything that's on here, but who knows. So, have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Get out and enjoy the weather. I know it's a little cooler, but it's still awfully nice. It was nice to see the sun today. And I will see you Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Good night.